Hi, welcome to MaeCast. Here we've got Kate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Would you like to give the people who maybe don't know you a bit of an introduction?
Yeah. My name is Kate and I'm from Nottingham and I do various kinds of art, but mostly illustrations.
How did you get started with art? Because is it a
Oh
recent...
gosh. Yeah, art I've been doing for as long as I've had hands. So I've always been doing it ever since I was little. It was my favorite thing to do, to ask for notebooks for Christmas, just so I could scribble in them. I've done art for as long as I can remember, but in terms of trying to make money from it, just kind of as recently as COVID really, just trying to find other ways in case anything like this happened again, to just, you know, find new hobbies and make a bit of money from it.
So yeah, what is like a big influence on your style of art?
I guess in terms of influence, I've always really loved, so illustrations are my favorite thing to kind of do at home, but it's not a massive money maker if I want to pursue it as a career. But there's an artist, you know, who illustrated all of the Roald Dahl books, Quentin Blake. He's my favorite artist ever. I love him so much. Yeah, Quentin Blake plays like a big part in kind of my style. Not really the stuff that I share online, but the stuff I do at home, because it's quite sketchy and like child illustrations. But right now there's a lot of modern artists. It's quite easy to find artists now on Instagram and stuff. So in terms of artists, it's Quentin Blake. And in terms of general inspiration, probably just nature and the moon and people. I really love people.
So just life in general is a big inspiration.
Yeah.
What is like your favourite thing you've done as an artist? Do you have a
favourite thing I've done as an artist? It's probably not the stuff that I've kind of sold. It's more just like a home things that I don't really share to people. I think, to be honest, I had the most fun doing art. I used to do it relentlessly when I was in school. So any kind of like abstract painting is like my most like fun thing to do. I'm really getting into sign painting at the minute. So, you know, when you see words and like cool writing on windows and painting, I really, really love that. So I'm kind of, it's just so expensive. So sign painting is kind of a new route. That's like my favorite thing to do at the minute.
Yeah, fair. I lost my train of thought real quick. Sorry,
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's a bit of a weird one unless you've actually seen it. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of people you should look into with that. So there's some really cool like so you know, like old carnivals and horses, like the roundabouts with the horses. So sign painting kind of came from that, and like that kind of traditional like gold block colors kind of a thing, and it's just all very colorful and bold, and you can just do what you want with it, and that's my kind of, but unfortunately it's also very neat. So
yeah. But oh yeah, that was my train of thought earlier. When you talked about doing lots of art in school, I have to know, you're one of those people who spent the lesson, no matter what lesson it was, drawing in your books.
Absolutely. Oh my god. So I don't know if you had like a school planner as well, that but we all got given school planners, and I think I had to really struggle to write my homework in it because there was so many just like doodles in it, and they were all pretty rubbish, but I was so easily distracted. So when you said you lost your train of thought, I was just like, I've been there, because I'm so easily just like zoning out and going into, you know, at school especially, just doodling on my planner and all my books. It was the kind of, do you know, like the 6 lines that make like an S shaped, like it's like a jagged, everyone used to do weird symbols like that in their books, and like you didn't take your pen off the paper and stuff, them kind of things.
Just start drawing lines and see what you make at the end.
Yeah.
I guess, what is if you had one piece of advice to give to someone who wanted to start doing art professionally, what would it be?
Don't I'm a sucker for this, so I should take my own advice. So this is actually quite difficult. Thank you. Probably don't feel like you like with art. It's all muscle memory. So it's just if you feel like, obviously there's people that aren't interested in art and don't want to do it. But if you want to do it and you have a style that you like, then carry on because you will get better. And it's just practice. That's all I'll say to people, because I kind of got to a point where I was giving up with art, but then I started just practicing the same thing over and over again with sign writing, and just instantly, I think it was, I just got one letter right, and I was like, one letter just came out of 50, and I was like, oh my god, I can progress. So yeah, progress, practice
Yeah.
is what I'll say.
I think that's one of the most common ones to hear, so very useful. It's quite a crowded marketplace, isn't it? Because we talked a lot, you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of other people on Instagram. So how difficult would you say it is to find, I guess, people willing to buy stuff from you?
I'm mostly relying on friends at the minute. So you kind of have to rely on your mates that will spread the word. So it is pretty hard to sell your own art in terms of your own designs, but with things like sign painting and stuff, it's more commissioned, where there's always a pub or a cafe or somewhere that wants like a pretty display in their window. So they'll share your work, and then through that it will draw people to your favorite thing to do, like just illustrations or something. But you're right, it's a very, very crowded kind of community, and Instagram is definitely, that's another piece of advice I give probably, is to not get overwhelmed in social media, because it is intoxicating and does make you feel like you're not doing well when you're just doing what you love.
Thank you for that. And I guess, yeah, final question. If you have one dream to achieve, no matter how big, small, related to this, not related to this, one dream you want to achieve, what would it be?
It would be to be able to look at something that I do and not hate it. So it's probably never going to happen, but that's probably a dream that I'd want to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair enough. I think we all want a dream like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. It's been lovely to meet you.
You too. Thank you for having me on. I hope you want to become an artist after this.